Iran to attack Israel in the next 24 to 48 hours is what our United States government is telling us. It's making me wonder, have they reached some kind of deal to attack an area where there's not going to be a lot of damage? Maybe property damage, but no one seriously injured or killed. We saw it a while back when the U.S. retaliated, didn't we? It's taken them a long time to do this. Most people, if a country gets hit, they retaliate immediately, right? Knee-jerk reaction, they hit them. Nowadays, it's not like it. I've told you that we've changed the definition of war. Countries now are not at war with each other. Like if Iran hits Israel, they probably still won't be at war. This stinks to high heavens that some kind of deal has been reached for the Iran to retaliate against Israel. Now, will it cause something bigger? I don't know. I really don't. Because Iran is saying, hey, nuclear targets aren't off the map for us, right? What happens if Iran hits Israel, hits a nuclear target? What happens then? I don't know. That's where it gets kind of wishy-washy, right? Will Israel respond immediately with a nuke? Israel has said they will use anything up to and including a nuclear warhead to defend themselves. So, I've always told you, the more likely place to see a nuclear weapon used is the Middle East. It's not Russia and Ukraine. So many people think Russia and Ukraine is where the nuclear weapons are going to be used. The Middle East is where they're going to use them. They're fanatics over there, right? Russia and Ukraine, they're going at it, but there's no need for a nuclear weapon. There's no need for a nuclear weapon to be used in Israel. But everything's off the books over there, right? That's where we could see a nuclear weapon used. What happens if Israel uses a nuclear weapon against Iran? That's where it's going to get a little touchy. Will we immediately jump in, and will other countries jump in defending Iran and us defending Israel? Is this going to be the break-off Armageddon war? You know, every country will be in that area fighting in the Armageddon battle, right? It's almost like they're role-playing the Bible is what it looks like. They're role-playing it. They're like, let's do this, let's do that, and we'll keep people all up on the edge of their seats, right? The simple fact is, if Iran was going to hit them, and they wouldn't have warned them, right? As soon as they got hit, their consulate got hit, they would have retaliated immediately. Now, this has taken days and days and days to retaliate, which screams they're reaching a deal to hit somewhere where there's not going to be a huge uproar over it, right? Where all the countries aren't going to come involved and get war started. We saw it when we retaliated. You know, it took us a long time to retaliate against them. This all pro wrestling, smoke and mirrors, right? Why would Iran wait over a week to retaliate? It makes no sense, right? It makes no sense. It's not like they got to move people into position to do this. You know, they're not having to go all the way across the ocean to retaliate against them, right? They don't. They're essentially neighbors. You know, it's stinking to high heavens. I think we're going to just keep seeing this go up and up and up and up. And what I mean by that is all these retaliation strikes, somebody eventually is going to have to declare a war, right? I mean, when have you ever in your lifetime seen anything like this? Consulates getting hit. That should be an immediate war, right? Right? Not anymore. It gives them time to get on the phone with the United States, get on the phone with Israel, and believe it or not, Russia's probably on the phone too, and they're all working deals out so that every country can save face. I know everybody likes to think Iran's the enemy, Israel's the enemy, or whichever side you're going for here, but the point of this is they're all in it together until they're not. And what I mean by that is until somebody quits playing ball, right, and goes off on their own, that's when we got to watch out. It's when somebody does something like that. Right now, they're all kind of in it, you know, making deals and all this. Okay, you can hit this area, we'll get our people out. You can show that you're strong or whatever and hit this area. Or we're going to hit that area, be sure your people's not there, right? That's what we're seeing. But eventually somebody's going to say, I'm not playing this game no more. I'm full blown in on it. I'm full blown. You hit us, it's on. We're not seeing that. Could this lead to it? I do not think Iran will hit a nuclear target inside of Israel, but that doesn't mean Israel couldn't say one was hit, right? You know, accidents do happen. Israel hit their consulate on accident. They accidentally blew up some workers, some kitchen workers, right? And the thing that got me about that was right after the consulate hit. So did they do that to try to get the focus off the constant and, oh God, we made a mistake here, we hit some innocent kitchen workers. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all a big pro wrestling match until somebody says, hey, pro wrestling, if you're into pro wrestling, I haven't watched it in years, but I grew up watching it. Sometimes those wrestlers, they won't sell a move. And then what happens in the ring? They're live on TV. What happens when that wrestler doesn't sell a move? Sell a move is if somebody does something to him and he acts like nothing happened. Usually it causes a huge fight between the two wrestlers. They actually start throwing blows at each other and hitting each other, right? Like real, not fake. That's eventually what's going to happen here in the Middle East. Eventually somebody's going to say, I'm tired of playing this game, and it's on. We don't know when that's going to happen. All we know is going to happen from this is our gas prices is going to skyrocket. We'll probably see $5 a gallon of gas if them two countries keep popping off at each other. Here in Alabama, $5 a gallon is high. I know other places pay a lot more than that. But all you can do right now is to be prepared. You cannot stop what's going on over there. You can't. You can't physically stop it. You just got to be able to be prepared. Am I telling you to go out and stock up on gas? If you can, yes, because gas is just going to go up. Gas is hard to store. Some people say you can get 2-3 years out of it. I've never had that kind of luck with gas, even putting additives to it. But if you can go out and get you some gas, store you up some gas, because you're just saving money for later on down the line. But everybody's going to make their money real quick off this, right? Oh, they're fighting over let's raise prices. It's going to get out of control, and the closer we get to election, the worse it's going to get. Now, I don't mean the worse it's going to get where you can't go outside or anything like that, but it's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. I'm not even sure the election's going to fix it. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know, do you think Iran, Israel, United States, all of them has worked a deal out for Iran to retaliate? Or do you think I'm just crazy that, Iran's just sitting back, taking their time to do it? And do you think eventually one of them's going to quit playing the game and be like, all right, that's enough, it's on. No more deals, we're going to war. Which is what I think eventually is going to happen. I don't know when that's going to happen. Let me know your thoughts on this. Quick update of why I'm home. I woke up today at camp. My ear was hurting, my jaw was hurting. It feels like an ear infection. Had to come home and get antibiotics that I left at the house because I didn't take them with me. I didn't know I was going to get an ear infection. But that's why I'm in. We're still going to try to do something this weekend. But guys, this is getting crazy. I can't believe the deals. Now, we'll never know these deals. We'll never know them. But I'm sure some money or something exchanging hands to allow all this to go on over there. Let me know your thoughts on it. Keep your head on a swivel. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Protect yourself and your family at all times. At that moment, you're the only person who can do it. If you got the extra money, go out and get you a couple gallons of gas and put it up. Unless you just like paying $4 or $5 a gallon in Alabama. 7, 8, 9, 10 other places. I understand that. Like I said, every day it's something else, right? But imminent warning from our government, 24 to 48 hours retaliation. They were off on a lot of their imminent warnings, but they've probably reached a deal. So let's see what happens. Stay safe, keep prepping, and we'll get back on here later tonight if something happens, or we'll get on here tomorrow with another video. Stay safe, keep prepping.